All right, so pull up a chair, grab the popcorn, grab the drinks, because guess who's building on camera today? This guy. All right, before we get into it though, I do want to make one statement. I'm not building this whole farm, but I do want to make one clarification real quick. The deep slate is modded. Only with Carpet Sky Editions can we convert stone to deep slate. It's not a vanilla thing, unfortunately. I'm sad it's not a vanilla 2. It very much should be. Like and subscribe if you think it should too. And for you keen eyes out there, yes, after running 500 hours on this thing with tick warp and whatnot, I did run into one small issue with the flow rate of lava. And that was that every now and then it can flow just like one tick earlier for some reason. I don't know, but it breaks the piston snake and jams up the whole system, so that's a big no-no. So I had to slow it down by just however many ticks this is from here to here. If that makes sense. I'm not good at math. Somebody out there is. All right, but what I am going to be showing you today is something that you too can also make in vanilla, which I have a little sneak peek over there. I don't think I actually put it in a video. I did put it in a short, though. If anybody wants to check that out, I'll try to link it in the bottom of this video. But it's just the basalt and the stone generator hooked up to the blast chamber. I'm not going to be showing the blast chamber in a tutorial today, but if you guys show enough love, I will show a tutorial on it. But keep in mind, it's not efficient at all. All right, but let's just go ahead and get into the first one, which is, let's see if I can just build this straight out of memory. It's basically the one design I was showing in my blast chamber for the concrete and mud converter. Relies basically on, let's get that out of there, we don't need that. Observers that will be powered, don't you worry. Oh, I'm forgetting a redstone block here. Boop. You can power it from right here as well, too, if it is just simply going to be a single wide. If you want it to just be a single wide. And then I think, oh, yeah, that's right, we got one more here. Which also, not a lot of people know this, but you can also power pistons through glass using the quasi-connectivity. And it's actually a whole lot more reliable with powering only a single piston if you want to power a specific piston in a line of pistons based on that, or you just want the whole line of pistons to actually power, you know, relatively consistently with each other rather than one after another. You'll have them all powering in the same tick. So that's another advantage, but this works with anything just like that. But you can also continue this down, which is another reason why I had this. We can also do this on the other side too. Slap that right there. Another dust right there, get rid of that. And we can just continue this on as far as we want. Basically, not as far as we want, actually. More like 12 blocks like we've got going on there, because 12 blocks is the actual push limit that would be able to push out with a piston snake. Yes, I came up with my own piston snake. It's probably not the best one, but, you know, it's a decent one. So this is the only little bit of building off camera I'm going to do for now. I'm just doing this to speed things up. But if you want to extend this out, it's as simple as extending these target blocks out here, as well as the redstone on the glass, and just place them out here. Make sure these are powered, because that's what's going to make sure you get the blocks pulled out and down. And you just want to push these in here. If you're not using Tweakaroo like I am, you can just simply sit here far to back, angle yourself, kind of like this, hitting both S and, or A and S at the same time. But I have a sweet little thing that all I have to do is press Control, and I can do that. And this is essentially all of it right here for getting this. You can extend this out and power it using the quasi-connectivity like this if you want. Or for the stone generator, we can make a slight modification and just power it directly out here. And funny enough, with a nice little change to the redstone they made, like that, with the dotting and whatnot, we can actually get around weird quasi-connectivity with powering pistons like this now. So that was actually a quality of life change that a lot of people thought we would hate. But again, this works exactly the same. Pushes it all out. You can even show 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Pushes all of them out. Any block, transparent, non-transparent, opaque, whatever. I'm bad with words. I'm tired. Okay, I got off a long day of work. Cut me some slack. Done with the ranting. Now on to the actual stone generation part. We're going to get the water in here, and we're going to use a nice little trick with the stairs where it only flows out of one side of this whole thing here. So we can sit in here just placing the stairs going like this, and when we're on the back side here, we can just flip one around like that, remove that one right there, and then once this is all good, cover that up with glass, and as well as this. And you're going to want that covered with glass as well, more than likely too. As well as this to prevent that from, I don't know what happens if you flow lava over waterlogged blocks. I haven't tested that out yet, so if anybody wants to make that little test, you can go ahead and do that. And leave what happens in the comments down below if you want. But the idea behind this, essentially we're going to have our water in here then. Come on, what is this? I've got this turned off. Hold on, let me figure this out. All right, I got to figure it out. I guess all I had to do was just place these buckets in from the back. But with that, we got to go 1, 2, 3, 4 from the edge for the first lava bucket. And on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4 from the edge. That keeps it from spilling over right here. And the clip before, I did have a block up here. You don't actually need that on either side. But yeah, this is the problem at the moment. Let's just go ahead and, remove that. Yeah, that's where the piston snake's going to be coming in, as well as a couple of timing bits and bobs. But you do probably actually want to go ahead and leave some stone right there. All right. Sorry, I'm a little bit ADD, but I want to real quick show you part of the, just a real quick slice of the piston snake real quick. And it is essentially just this. Oh, you want that piston down in that, so let's see if I can show you how it would be if you really needed it kind of like that. You would obviously you'd have some more blocks down here, but you would probably have a block like that, this you would drop down into a hole here, place that like that. Obviously, it's still doable, but I'm gonna just do it like that for the show, so for now. All right, so next thing you want to do is you want to have an observer observing the bottom part of this, face up like this, and pointing down into that block right there, with a note block here, and a note block here, observer into this. You're going to have an air block right here, and you're also going to have observer pointing down into that, and that's actually going to be a solid block right there. And then you're going to have an observer on 3 ticks right here. And you saw down here, that's going to be doing stuff like this. That's perfectly fine. Just replace it. And I'll also remove this line. I probably should move that up over just one a little bit, but just to show you guys. Oh, I've actually done that. Whoops. Got a clock going there. But it goes like that just once. You have a block here. Obviously not here. You'd have this shuffled over one from the stack you need. But it takes it down, pushes it over, and pulls it right back up. It's basically a double piston extender, but from the top down instead of from the side. From the side would be a whole lot easier, but this farm needed top down, unfortunately. I probably could have made it work the other way, but, oh well. Anyways, you're going to want to come out over here on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I do believe. Let me double check real quick. So it's on the 7th. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 right here. And you want to have an observer actually detecting this right here. And let's see if I can copy that right. Yep. Just a block right here, and you want to grab a rail over here. Yes, I am copying off of my own designs. I do not have more than 3 brain cells to comprehend both what I've built before, what I'm building at the moment, what I'm speaking at the moment, and what I'm going to have for dinner tonight when I get off of here. So if anybody feels with me, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you're having for dinner. I have no idea what I want. But this is going to be the start of our piston pusher design right here. And we want to actually probably put a block right there too, if I remember correctly. Yep, right next to that observer as well, because that's going to be, like we showed over there, that's going to be your offset piston line. So you're going to want that right there with an observer right there. A node block there. Here. Here. Observer. Observer. And repeat around 3 ticks with your piston and sticky piston. And then you essentially just finish this off with a block and one of them bad boys right there. And this basically just detects whenever a line, which this does produce a full line all at the same time in the same tick of 12. It produces a line, it detects it, and it kicks this bad boy off, which goes off in a chain, which is 6 game ticks or 3 repeater ticks, one after another, which gives us plenty of time to work with the observer detection piston pushers, because let's just be honest with ourselves, those are a whole lot more compact and easier to work with than the smart piston stuff, because you get into weird quasi-conductivity with the 0 ticking. So let me just build a couple more slices of this up real quick and show you what it's supposed to look like. And maybe I can show you a few bits and bobs of just building that out. Alright, so far really all I've done is just build this in with stone, because yes, you more than likely do actually want this to fill in with stone like this. Actually, leave that. But for now, we're going to leave that right there because we don't have the added part that's going to turn this into an actual safe stone generator that is actually reliable. Which, yes, there are plenty of designs by El Mango and the Zipgrad crew and whatnot that are much faster, much faster, much faster. I just wanted to take my own little crack at it, and this is what I've got so far. So, future Yeller back again, because for some reason a simple clip didn't want to save. So I'm back to just show you one little piece that I got to show you real quick. With the piston snake, this part got left out in the video. So to be able to basically cycle this and make sure that it can actually start flowing again after it gets ticked from this first one to be told to get turned off, and it can get turned back on again, you want to come over here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on the 6th one place a glass block down with a redstone dust, sticky piston block, another glass, and a repeater on 2 redstone ticks. That way these blocks can actually come over and grab them. Also, fixing a mistake real quick. Yeah, go ahead and do that. That's going to do its thing. Obviously, that one's not going to do anything because there was nothing there. Yeah, another thing to mention too, if this line right here does not get pushed over, this whole thing breaks. Which was kind of the issue that I was running into, was that for some reason, the one that the observer was detecting just was flowing 1 game tick later than the rest and throwing everything out of whack. I have no idea what was going on there, but it seemed to only do it during tick warps. So I don't know. We'll see. But essentially, the mistake I made was we want to remove the lava and move it up 1, actually. So we're going to go ahead and put some pistons here, because this is how we're going to ensure that none of this breaks. And now we actually do want these glass blocks right there, as well as some more right here. You can also start with the glass blocks already out. Whoops. Because while this farm is turned off, these pistons are absolutely going to be extended. So you can have this glass already out here, and you can go ahead and put your lava in if you really, really, really want to. But I usually wait for that to be the very last thing I do. But if you want to go ahead and put your lava in there, just like before, 1, 2, 3, 4, put your lava here on this side, then go from the other end, 1, 2, 3, 4, put your lava in right there. All right, so essentially now we're just going to slap some blocks over here. Power that, and we're gonna go ahead and put on the side of this redstone dust, slap a block right there. Then we're gonna come down here, here, and here. Then we're gonna slap a repeater there and just put some redstone dust right there. That'll be perfectly fine as is. And I do believe that is the farm done right there. All we really want to do, go ahead and slap a block and a lever up in here to turn this bad boy on and off. Because now, there we go. grab the lava. Oops. A little bit buggy. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead and let that spread. And then we should be able to see it flow down, generate stone, get pushed over, be perfectly fine. Go ahead and deal with this real quick. Of course, we don't have a blast chamber right now, so I can't show one after another, but I'll try to show you this stuff running real quick, let you see what it is. Basically, it flows down, detects, pushes over, and then it one ticks piston out, and then it comes back out and reaches out, pulls it again, does that. Now this bad boy is jammed. Yeah, that's what happens when it jams. It pushes the blocks just straight down, so, I mean, it really doesn't break anything until you start getting to push limit, where it starts, you know, can't push any further down, so now it's going to start pushing shit out, and it's going to break everything there. But that is the basis behind the stone generator right there. Next thing up is the basalt generator, which, same concept, but this part is sort of, I don't know how to do that in Minecraft, but flipped on its head. Alright, so this is kind of the best way to, visualize it as. We could very much, if we really wanted to, have this get ticked up out of an observer and just push the things up and then over. The unfortunate thing on that is that we would have to then also slow it down so that we can pull these back down without ticking the observer too many times. The idea behind this was as few redstone ticks as possible, trying to be as lag efficient as possible as well. I've been running this forever and it doesn't even hit 4 MSPT with both of these farms running, so, you know, I mean, it's doing all right, if you ask me, but, you know, some might argue, I guess. But the idea behind it is just, we're just going to pull it up, and about 1 tick later, we're going to push it over. And same concept with the exact same concept, actually, with the piston snake. It's literally just copied over. The only thing with this is that it's slightly shorter. Because we can actually get away with that. The only reason we went so far is because it was getting a little bit weird with the quasi-connectivity and all these observers over here. I just decided to spread it out a little bit. If you really want to compact it, feel free. You can try your best. Reliability is not on my word if you try to do that, though. But this, I have not seen it actually break, jam up, back up in here as long as it's been running like this, and you have it hooked up to a blast chamber that does not jam up as either. I mean, if you have it hooked up to a blast chamber that relies on jamming, sure, as long as you manage to hook it up into some smart pistons that are able to clear that jamming as well. But let's go ahead and move on to the concept of the basalt generator. All you're going to need really is the soul soil, blue ice, and your lava. Then obviously you're going to want your pistons and what. We're going to wait for the lava right now. Let's go ahead and get this. Now this is really going to be off of memory because I've not really played around with the basalt generator at all since designing this farm. So I might have a few cuts back and forth while we figure things out. We're obviously going to need that. We're also going to need some torches as well, if I remember right. Couple at least. Yes, we are, indeed. And again, this one is going to be using the little mango trick that I learned from El Mango, obviously. All right, future editor Yeller here. I just want to point out that no, I am not the smartest person in the world. I have to give credit where credit is due as well. I did not come up with the actual piston pushers for the stone real quick. I wanna make sure I get this little segment in the video before, you know, I get people in my comment section telling me I did wrong. I got the best intentions. I just have 3 brain cells all fighting for second place, okay? Anyways, one of my buddies on the Titancraft server, which is Tango Tech's pay-to-play Patreon server. I won't get too much into that, but it's a really good server. Check it out if you want to. Subscribe to Tango. But one of my buddies is on there. He likes helping out with redstone. He's really good at redstone, but he's really laid back and chill. So he probably doesn't care too much about this, but I just want to make sure he gets a little bit of recognition. This whole concept here, it's just a modified ice farm. Really, that's all it is. I was working on an ice farm, and I was having troubles with piston pushers and whatnot, and mainly just like single detection, single source detection versus getting a whole line like we have here. And this seemed to be the better one, and this is what my buddy Jan McDonald came up with. And we still ran into issues there. I ended up giving up on the ice farm because, well, I don't really need the ice farm because packed ice and ice biomes are very easy to just destroy, and they're not exactly pretty. Fight me. But moral of the story, get advice from your friends. Let your friends help you. They can be very good at helping you. Sometimes smarter than you. All right, let's go ahead and lollygag it. I'm going to go ahead and start building this up. We're going to want to start out with this. This is just going to be the base bit. Let's go ahead and just for the sake of it. I wondered if there was weird quasi-connectivity under the bottom. All right, so this is going to be where that goes. We're going to have glass right here. That's going to be holding back the lava. That's going to be sitting back by here. And this first one is actually not going to have lava in it. This one's going to actually have a lava source right here. And there's going to be a little glassy block right here, actually. So we want to go ahead and put that in right there. And we may even go ahead and do that, but that's going to be like for later. Let's go ahead and get the observer out. That's going to be detecting. Not there, but here. And let's go ahead and count this. 1, 2, 3. Yep, that's going to make that 4. That's very important that lava is going to have to flow 4 blocks to get to this observer, because that's going to make sure that this times to be an actual full block, full 12 consistently, as well as the stone. So just a little upside to that. So sorry if I'm smacking my lips and drinking water and sniffling. It's really hot in my room right now, so I'm trying to get this recorded real fast so that I can turn that AC on and get back to freezing. All right, Future Yeller are back again because NVIDIA doesn't like to save clips correctly. So basically, at the point in the video we should be, whenever I plug this in, we should be able to see that we have the observer here, observing where the basalt will be forming. We want to essentially put a block into that. Make sure you have 2 glass blocks on top here and one side here. This one's going to make sure the lava doesn't flow out the side here, and this one we're going to be using for some redstone. All right, but essentially we're going to go ahead and go down a block here and to the side over here. We're going to slap, not slip. We're not memeing. We're going to slap a repeater there and a dust right here, and then we're also going to grab another observer, which is detecting that redstone dust. Not there, not there. Boom, got it, first try. All right, and then we're gonna slap a piston right there with a block right there. Sticky piston, make sure it's that sticky variety, that way it can grab that block back again whenever it detects again. And we're gonna go ahead and sneak peek, put a block right there, and then we're also going to slap some right here, and then we're gonna go ahead and stack up right here, grab a couple of these. And now, we wanna go ahead and slap a block here because I've already gone ahead and done it, but we want to have some glass blocks and some redstone dust on top of these sticky pistons right here. That's what's going to help us power these pistons, obviously, as I explained before. I hope I explained it good enough for anybody to understand that, because if it was me, I wouldn't understand it, so I'm not that smart. All right, but back to it. We want to go ahead and put that piston there. Then we want to go ahead and slap up in here and right there. Slap a repeater right there on 2 ticks and a redstone dust right there. Then we want to slap a redstone dust right there. Redstone dust right there. A block right here. And then a torch. Now we're all caught up, and then we can get back into where the video was going. Thank you for going through my crap with me. I appreciate it. Glass block right there and redstone dust right there. That is it for that. You can go ahead and slap a block in there and see what happens. Again, you can also use transparent if you want for something like that, but it does very much work. And this is essentially just going to get repeated down again. I don't know if y'all need to see me actually building all that, but I'll go ahead and do it because, well, why not? You're going to want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, I lost count. I'm bad. Alright, sorry for all the cuts. I just got to keep checking things and I guess wringing my hair out because I've got too much humidity in my room, I guess. But you're going to want to have a block there and a repeater on 2 ticks. Wait, did I do this right? No, I didn't. You're going to have a glass block right there, repeater on 2 ticks with a block right here. And then right below this block, you're going to have a full block with a redstone dust right there. And I think it actually doesn't really matter if you have that dotted or not. All you need to do is just have the repeater pull through it. So yeah, you can dot that if you want. I just like to leave it like that. I think it's actually less laggy to do that, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I just like things a little laggier. But that is essentially all that it takes. What it does is it detects whenever lava is grown. It pushes these blocks up. That way it forces the lava to have to go right back through its cycle of flowing again, all the way over into here, which gives us just enough time to allow the piston snake to launch, which I don't know if I exactly need to show how to build that as well. It's basically exactly the same way. You just have your blocks getting pushed up here, and you observe into the, you just build exactly the same piston snake, observe into the piston snake from that. I'll just show it to you over there. I don't really need to build all that, but you want to make sure you go ahead and get your lava tray put in right over here, and get all of your soul soil in, as well as you can actually leave this open because, well, there's always going to be a basalt here that generates. There's never going to be anything actually flowing out of here, so you'll be fine. But essentially you want just a lava source on each and every block. Right here. And that's going to be just right there. Just like that. Of course, it's only going to do just the one. I'm only going to show the one. Because this right here is exactly the same as powering this. You just... Let me grab a redstone block, turn this off real quick. Which it is really just as simple as powering this line right here, and you're turned off. You'll just slap some blocks over top, which is another reason why you do actually need, with this design, the lava sources. Because, well, the lava can only flow 4 blocks, and going behind here, you'd be 1 block too far out, especially for over here. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4. That would work for this, but it wouldn't work over here because, well, this thing, yeah. Unfortunately, it would break the consistency, but you just get your full blocks coming out over top of here with your redstone dust on top of that. And that's just what powers all of this right here. And very similarly, oops. Lot of clicking. I'm about to get a new mouse, I guess. And very similarly, we would just use quasi-connectivity here with the sticky pistons and the glass, and just do something like that. Easy peasy. That is your basalt generator right there. And let me show it to you running. Go ahead and get the redstone block out for when I want to get it undone, and boom. This is it flowing, and boom. And as you can see, it's got to flow again, flow over here, and then the last one to flow right there. Let's go ahead and turn that bad boy off. Come on. And that's essentially all it is right there. Now all you got to do is just slap your observer and get your piston snake going, just like we showed before. Well, since I'm dripping bullets now, and it's about 87 degrees in my house, and I got to get my AC running. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, perhaps share it to your friends, and build this for yourself. See how you like it, and leave a comment down below and tell me how it runs.